Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne. Welcome back to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. Today I want to cover an introduction to Aavegotchi. This is actually one that we've followed quite extensively on our research side of things for a while, because unlike a lot of other play-to-earn projects, this one didn't really tank quite as hard when the bear market hit. So obviously it was worth the attention. There's a lot of liquidity here. There seems to be a quite robust community. It is a little complicated when you first get involved, but then once you kind of get through that, those initial aspects of just really learning how it all works, there's quite an interesting economy behind all of this. So you guys probably think Aavegotchi, Tamagotchi, something similar. Well, let's jump right into it and I'll kind of explain. So it talks about game and earn with friends. It's a digital ghost trap forever on the blockchain. Gaming helps distract me from their existential dread. So basically you've got this little dude. There's different Aavegotchis. Now there are land, and there's all kinds of components with that and extracting from the land to help with earning. But just to kind of go into it, talks about how it's cross-chain universal account. It's interesting how they talk about that this was redacted, incentivized early, exclusive early adopter. It is EVM incompatible. You can join the waitlist, except you don't need to because you can already play. Literally born to game, shared trait sheets. So the traits are shared across whichever game they're playing, which is pretty cool. Cross-game progression, also dynamic NFT ownership, of course. Multi-platform, this is something that a lot of projects are promising, but we're going to see how this goes. I mean, really kind of the Aavegotchi right now, the one that's mostly playable. It's definitely not what you're kind of seeing on the website. This is kind of like an evolution of where it's going, which is kind of cool, but it is important to know that. Talks about their mortal enemies for every liquidation that occurs in the Ether realm, and Aavegotchi is born in the Nether realm. The Aavegotchis worships the liquidators as their creators, but when the liquidators discovered the Aavegotchis, that quickly changed. And it's funny, there's like 4 resources on the land, and one is like FOMO and FUD. So they're using all the verbiage of crypto and Web3, which can actually make it a little bit confusing at first, but I think it's really cool how they're doing all the play on words. So they talk about how, it originally created as an on-chain 2D pixel art. They now have the full transition into metaverse, AR, VR, 3D ready. So like I said, it was more like a 2D pixel kind of thing with like land extraction, and there was cool stuff. You could move your Aavegotchis around, and now they're kind of moving into this 3D realm, which is really sweet to see. They talk about how you decide their fate. It's a DAO, so there's governance, there's voting. This does have quite a bit of press, which is kind of cool. I like when I see stuff like this on a game. They were the first pixel art NFT on Polygon as well. A lot of people didn't probably know that, just like they're mentioning here. They do have a lot of FAQs down here. This is good to go through just to kind of understand it. And here's kind of a better snapshot of like the current game or the pre-existing one that you can currently get into, not necessarily the 3D. Now, a couple of unique things about this, and I want to show you guys this because this is a max timeline over on CoinGecko. You can see, generally, if you guys remember, most play-to-earn projects, when we look at them, we had the bull run, and then what did they do? They crash hard, right? This one, it did not. You can actually see kind of throughout the bull run, which happened around here, they're back in January, it kind of got launched, it kept going up, up, up. It has teetered down a bit, but surprisingly, it stayed relatively stable compared to most other projects. It's got a market cap of 43 million, 24-hour trade volume of over 2.4 million. That is quite a bit. You can see here there is a TLV of 793,000, so that's important to note. But it's been impressive to watch just for that sake, because it didn't follow the same kind of trajectory that a lot of other play-to-earn games did. And there's even a free-to-play version right now where you can get in and kind of, people can, you can rent their Aavegotchis and kind of help them extract and earn, so you can get a sense for the game. Otherwise, you really kind of understand how the land works and the extracting and the portals. Definitely worth figuring that out if you are interested, but you can also try the free-to-play version. But I'm really excited to see kind of this transition into the 3D version that they're talking about. And actually, let me kind of show you an example of that, because they did post a little teaser over on their Twitter. So if we just go down here, let me open this up. So you can see that they're going to be partnering or doing this with Hyperplay, and it's called the Spirit Force Arena, where essentially you're going to get to use your Aavegotchis, but it's going to be a battle royal arena. I mean, this is really cool. This is kind of an evolution of what Aavegotchi was, which really was this 2D pixel art type game. And now we're seeing this 3D, evolution of it, which is pretty sweet. It's good to see that they're developing the game. They're making a lot more progress. I'm really going to be curious to see how this continues to play out. Because like I said, man, I mean, this isn't trending the same way other play-to-earn projects are. There's still a lot of liquidity. There's still a lot of volume. So it might be worth taking a look at. So I definitely wanted to introduce this all to you guys. I know we've been following it closely for a while. And I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. It really makes a big difference. And of course, thank you for everyone who leaves a like. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.